Okay, so I pulled a drive out of a known working one. Same machine, just a different drive. And I'm going to go through this. Oh, that gear needs to be checked. Oh, that's limit switch, I mean. Yeah, I got a feeling that... I mean, swap a known working drive into the machine, right? And if it still does the same thing, then I know it's the machine. If it's different, then I know it's the drive. So we have to go through this and I'll figure it out. I know this is going to sound crazy, but I can already tell that this drive sounds different. It's a lot quieter, like super quiet. I can hear the other one searching tracks. This one I can't. Now in the other one that we're having an issue with, that one there, it was the same with an old laser and a new laser. So it must be the mechanical part, I'm guessing. I'm going to go through this and check it out, but I can tell this sounds completely different. Okay, let's do this together. So there should be one more after this. This is always a recharge. It's always at 3 o'clock. And 6. Okay, so the next set of coordinates should... If it's still a drive issue, I mean, at least that's going to narrow it down. Please don't be a hardware error. Okay, we should get another set of coordinates here in a second. And I'm just going to pick the first wrong one. Okay, let's see if it skips or not. What is it going to do? Oh. Same thing, huh? So maybe we don't have a drive issue. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, so the old drive's back in, and now we're going to try with a new main board. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to try the subboard. Like, there's something just odd happening here, and I don't understand why. I don't understand what it is and what it could be. Never experienced this issue before. Okay, let's see what happens. See what happens with the new main board. Something's got to give here. It's got to be something. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? What is that? I almost feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm chasing my own tail here and I'm missing something. Okay, and this is with a different power and soundboard. Let's see what happens. If it does it again, then I don't understand, because there's a different main board and a different power board in here. And we already checked to see if it was the drive, and it ain't that. And it does it again. So what in the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening? Okay, this is everything swapped out. Nothing from this is original. That's a different one. The power board's different and the drive's different. If it does the same thing, it's got to be the disc. And that means I have literally been chasing my own tail on this, and that's going to infuriate me. Okay, let's see what happens. If it does the same thing and it's the disc, I'm going to be furious. Because there's nothing in here that's original. Here we go. We should crash. And it does it. So it's got to be the disc then. It's got to be, right? I have never experienced this before. Not like this. I could have swore we used this disc on other machines and it was fine. It's got to be. It's got to be the discs. Gotta be. So, I guess I'm gonna have no choice. Oh, yeah. So, I'm gonna have no choice but to guess, try to burn another backup as slow as I can here to see if that solves the issue. Because there's something real funky happening here. So, let me go ahead and do that and see what happens. So this is probably going to blow a lot of people's minds. Is I'm going to let this run for hours. And I mean hours as in like 10 hours looping. Now, this is not the original subboard. It is not the original power supply, but it is the original drive. But there is a point to this. And I'm just going to let it play. I don't even know where it is. It's been running for a good 4 hours straight, looping as of right now. I don't even know where it is right now. I feel like such an idiot. I don't know why it's happening. I don't know what exactly is happening. Doesn't matter if I burn it at the fastest or the lowest. It seems to have the same problem. Doesn't matter if I get it from a ROM online or if I burn it straight from and copy right from the original disc. The same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. This is an original disc inside the original drive, just with a different main board and different subboard. That was perfect. It didn't flinch, it didn't skip, nothing. I'm gonna let this run for hours. And I mean tens of hours. I'm just going to loop the shit out of it. Just to prove a point. And yes. Yes. That is an original disc. Yep. I'm just going to let it loop. I'm literally going to go to bed and let it just run. And to make it even crazier, please, for the love of God, folks, don't do this. Because this isn't the original main board and subboard, right? I'm willing to do this. That's the original subboard and the main board. And the original subboard is somewhere. I don't even care right now. The subboard that I put, and I again do not recommend you do this. That subboard that I put in doesn't even have a fuse. The original fuse that I pulled out of there was bad. I literally just bridged the connection. Don't do that. Do not do that. But because I'm so confident that it is what it is, I'm going to let it run for hours. Hours and hours and hours. I'm so confident that we have got a media issue at Wall. You've seen all the previous clips that have come before this. Like, even I'm learning something here. Even I'm learning something here. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a kick in the shins. Like, this is a bruised ego type moment where you think you know everything when it comes to these machines. You know, you can fix all these CDXs, you can fix all these Model 1s, you can diagnose all this other shit, but one little tiny thing can cause you to chase your own tail. Not only that, there's a new one. This is the one I burnt, which is a direct copy right from this. And there is two others. That one and there's one other one here. There is another one here somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have something funky going on here? Am I tripping? This is gonna seem wild, but I have an original disc in here that I know is not the greatest, with the sub main board that we've replaced and the sub board that we've replaced. See, I can tell this disc is bad. I know it's bad. Now I know this is gonna seem nuts. This is the original drive with the different main board and the different sub board. This sub board that I have in the back doesn't even have a fuse in it. I'm literally just bridging across it. Don't fucking do that. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. Don't listen to me. The only reason I'm doing it is just so that I can have a different main board and sub board, right? Away from the original one that was in it. Do not listen to me when it comes to that. The only reason I'm doing this okay, now this might seem crazy. This is the different main board, it's a different sub board, so much so that that sub board doesn't even have the fuse attached anymore. I literally joined and just made the fuse disappear. That's not the point. Don't fucking do that. For the love of God, don't do that. So there's a Pico fuse in here. If I knew what I did with the other drive. Well, I've been running this for over an hour. I don't see any skipping. And believe it or not, I think it's my fault that it was skipping. For one, the disc that I'm using right now is not in great shape, and that doesn't help, because that helps lead to all kinds of bullshit and get you all chasing your tail, just like I was. So I was like, okay, what is really going on here? The only thing that's changed in it right now is the laser I put in. This is the original drive, the original main board, and the original power board. Everything is literally back to where it was except for the laser. And the only thing I changed was I gave the new laser a good clean. And I know you're thinking to yourself, well, you cleaned the old one, but yet it was given the same response. So, believe it or not, I am going to throw the original laser back in here. Even though it was crooked, I'm going to throw it back in here and see what happens. I don't know how else to explain this. It's fine. It's absolutely 100% fine right now. I'm totally confused because we tried the different CD-ROM, different main board, different power board, and it did the same thing. We swapped one at a time, and then by the time we were done, all three were changed out, yet it was doing the same thing. It'll pick back up and play, no problem. No problem. As a matter of fact, I'll pause it and I'll come back and just to show you that it's running absolutely fine. I don't want you to sit through 3 minutes of this. Here we go. You'll see it is. It won't skip. It will not. I can almost guarantee it. Absolutely fine. So I am going to put the old laser back in here and I'm going to see what happens. I don't know if it was just the disc was that bad. I didn't do anything to it except for clean it, and I cleaned the laser on this. But that's the new laser in here. The old one is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What I am going to do is I am going to measure those pots and see what they're set at and compare them to the new one and just see what happens here. So give me a second here. Let me put this back in this box here. Shut this down. Well, first I'll take the disc out. I'll shut it down. And I'll go ahead and I'll swap these lasers, and I'll come back and see what's going on. Okay, here we go. So I did some measurements, and I don't know what to think. They're all within tolerance, except on the new one. On this new one here, and that's the one that doesn't have the locking tab, it just slides in. That's the new one. That's the one we had in there. I had no problems with a second ago. The power one there, that's unreadable on this laser. Now the focus and the bias and all that, they're all within tolerances on both the original one and these ones here, but this for some reason shows no ohms. I don't know if that's the way they have it. Like they got something different happening here that's not readable from this pot, but I thought that was a little strange, but everything else seemed okay. So we're just waiting to see if we get that weird skippy crash again. And I cleaned the shit out of this laser. Come on, give me some good news. I want to end this video and get this put away. Should be right after this. Sorry, I should have missed one more, and then the new jump data, and then crash. Okay. Here we go. Come on. Come on, be all right. And it's fine. I can finally put this one to bed. I can finally put this to bed. Jeez, that was annoying. And to be honest, I really don't know what the issue was, besides the media being a little dirty and I don't know, the laser being dirty. I mean, they're the same thing over and over again, the same spot. That's odd to me. I mean, I would love your guys' thoughts in the comments. Like, tell me what you think was going on here. Everything in here is original. Everything's back the way it was. And the only difference is I clean the shit out of the media and the shit out of the laser. That's the only difference. The only difference. And, oh, you know what? Here, while we're doing this, you know what I should do? Is you know how long I thought it was? I thought it was weird that it took longer to load that NHL 94. Let's just see if it's any quicker. And again, what I'll do is I'm just going to clean the shit out of this disc again. Let's see if it's any different. Because I want to put this bad boy to bed.
It's in the game.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm just reading into things too much. If that seemed quicker or not, it kind of does. I mean, if you guys feel like going back and forth and checking that out and leaving the comment below of whether you think that now it's running better than it was before, I'd love to know what you guys think. I don't know if I've just been staring at so many of these so much now that I'm just sensory overload or what here, but it seems all right. So again, I am gonna get this all back together, put all the screws back in and everything, and yeah, call this one a win. Finally. The customer is sending me new belts for all of them, new gears for the ones that require it, and 2 lasers for the CDX. So, you know, we'll have a couple spare belts, a couple spare gears, and a spare CDX laser to work with. So let me get this all back together, and we'll just give it one more little test here. Actually, we'll just see here real quick. We'll see how quickly this song comes up here. That might not have been a fair test because I hit start, but even that seems a little quicker. Okay, let me get it back together. Well, one last test now that it's all put back together. And, we can finally end this chapter on this one, and then I have one that needs to be repaired after this. Doesn't have anything to do with the guy who sent me these ones. It's mine, actually. It is in bad shape, and I do mean bad. So I just want to show you here that this is up and running, and we're good to go. Yeah, let me get you out of here, and we should be good to go. Perfect. It's exactly how it should be running. All right, so we can close this chapter up. Finally get rid of this one. So, yeah, you guys know what to do. If you liked it, I know this is long, but if you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.